Hello and welcome. This is Database Class Review of Microsoft Access. It is Module 8. And we're doing the review today that starts and finishes on page 492. Hey, it's only 10 steps, so it couldn't be that hard, right? Okay. Before you begin, you want to make sure that you've downloaded the files that you need because we are going to interchange data between a number of different file types using Microsoft Access today. You're going to begin with the file that you worked on last time. All right, that was the Supplier 7 database. And you're going to have that up, as I do. And the first thing you want to do as part of step number 1 is do a save as, and put it right where you're going to find it, okay? Make sure you know where this thing goes. And call it supplier with your last name and the number 8. And that's step number 1. Step number 2, it says export the QRY supplier products query as an HTML document. Okay. And you want to put this file where you're going to be able to find it. And you're going to name the file QRY supplier products, but as I ask, please add your last name. This is going to be one of those files you're going to turn in. So in addition to the database, you're going to turn in this data file. How does that work? Okay, you go to the navigator pane and you look for QRY supplier products. And within QRY supplier products, we do a right click and look for the word export. And we're going to export our document as an HTML document. Okay, so they want to make everything available in the documents folder, but you have a specific place. Use the browse command to navigate and find the place where you want to put things. You want to call the file QRY supplier products, but then you want to add your last name, QRY supplier products, and add your last name to it. And then choose save. Do we want to save yet? Yeah. We're just saving the name so far. We do not need to export the data with the format and layout. We're just going to choose OK. We are going to save our export steps, so we're going to choose that. And in the description, we can leave the save as part of the as a default, but we want to tell people that this is HTML file containing the QRY supplier products, spell products correctly. There we go. And choose save the export. Now that's all well and good, but here's the thing. You can look and check to make sure that this thing did what you thought it would do. Okay, so where you see the external data, the external data tab, we're looking for the saved exports command. Within the save exports, you should see your export of QRY supplier products with your last name. And then choose close because we don't need to do it twice. And that now is step number 2. Step number 3, not exporting but importing this time. We are going to import the CSV file named payables. Okay, and so we're going to click on the external data tab. We're going to look for a new data source. Within the new data source, we're looking for from a file, and then from a file we'll choose text file. Okay, CSV doesn't normally sound like a text file, but it is. We're going to use the browse command to look for it. And in the folder where we put it, all right, there's payables. And we're going to choose open. And the first radio button is to import the source data into a new table. And then choose OK. All right, so the first item in our import wizard pretty much nothing to do here. It is a delimited file, right? Delimited file. So we're going to choose next. The next screen, we have to tell the computer this first row was containing field names. So there it is. There's our field names. And choose next. The supplier ID, I'm going to suggest no duplicates at this point. Payables, we're going to change the data type to currency. Paid, we're also going to do the same thing, change the data type to currency. And owed, we're going to change the data type to currency and choose next. Okay, this screen has to do with the primary key. The directions ask us to choose our own primary key, and that will be the supplier ID. And then next. All right, so this last screen, you get to name the object, and it is called TBL Payables, and choose Finish. Let's see, step 3, do we save our export steps? Nope, we don't save our import steps. We just let it go and choose Close. And there's our TBL suppliers table. If you wish to run the table analyzer, you can. However, you're going to cancel out of it before it does anything or makes any changes. I would prefer that you just not do anything because there's no effect and you're not going to make any changes. Step number 4, it says import the data and the structure from the XML file called payments, which is located wherever you put it because you downloaded it, as the new table called TBL payments. Do not save the import steps and then rename the table, call it TBL payment. There's no S at the end of the name. Okay, so normally as a side, I normally name tables as the plural because it contains multiple records, but this is the author's work, so we're going to do it their way. Okay, so we're going to find a new source of data, and we're going to look for a file, and the file type is going to be an XML file. All right, and then we're going to browse for it. There it is. It's called Payments, right? Payments, and choose Open. You may have to navigate to go find yours. Maybe you left yours in the download folder. Maybe, maybe not. And then choose Open. Okay, and there's not much to do here, so we just choose OK. We are going to pull in the structure and the data. The structure and the data. My computer found both, so we'll do that and click OK. We are not going to import, save the import steps, so we'll skip that checkbox and then just close it. Okay, so there we are with payments, right? We're going to right click and rename. There's rename. And we're going to remove the S. We're going to remove the S from the TBL payments and call it TBL payment. And that is, folks, steps 1 through 4 of review 8. All right, 1 through 4. Best thing you can do now is save your work. And I will meet you, step number 5, in the next video.